If I ain't had love for me, I would have tried to get Nicki Minaj. J-Rock ain't gonna let you slide. Dory ain't gonna let you slide. You king of the city, I don't wanna be a big fish in a small pond. Trying to get across that water. I need fans in Vietnam. If you gotta hustle, but you can't stick to the grind, you wasting your time. I need a double a verse. I do it before FaceTime before I get to the club. Look at the line. Money ain't changed my heart, but I'm smarter. I guess it changed my mind. And I take care of my in prison. Don't think it's safe inside. I got that check to go. A lot of these was lost. They broke. They think it's my fault. No call.
The NFL on EA Sports is in the Steel City at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Los Angeles Rams. Greg Zuerlein now. He'll handle the honors to get us started. And we are underway from Heinz Field. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Now Roethlisberger on first down. And an alley to run. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a 3-step drop. But when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. It's a 9-yard gain. There's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. And it appears they'll go for it here on fourth down. A big call on the game's opening drive. They'll indeed go for it with Roethlisberger. And James has it. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. On first and 10, it's Roethlisberger. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Now Bell. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Now that was a terrific play. We're down here near the goal line, and only one word comes to mind for me, and that's overwhelmed, because they absolutely overwhelmed the offensive line. He came free and made the hit in the backfield.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Roethlisberger. And it's caught. It's Brown. Touchdown Steelers. Antonio Brown from 8 yards out. And the Steelers take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point put through by Boswell. And it's now a 7-0 game. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Goff now on 2nd down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Each team has its own terminology. Some people call it jumbo, some call it monster, some call it king. But it doesn't really matter. They brought in the big lumber to pick up that first down.
Yeah, you think about goal line defense, with the goal line offense that time getting it done. Right back to him on 1st down. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Give the tackle there to Morgan Burnett. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
DC. Go, 12, go. 2.
On 2nd down, here's Goff. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be 3rd down. Back live now to begin the 2nd quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Rams with a football to get us going. They're up against a 3rd and 2 to start things out.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go. 2.
A shotgun snap for Goff. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defense.
And look at this, it's a fake. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. It's such a risky play there to fake it. You're either the hero or the GOAT. Here they're going to be the GOAT.
Unfortunate, too, because they thought they had something there. They don't call it just to call it. They don't just say, oh, what the heck, let's go ahead and fake it here. They feel like they've got something on. They've got the defense in the right spot. Just unsuccessful in that opportunity.
On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. And he connects with Vance McDonald. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them. Brings up a nice second down for them.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Matt Longacre in there to get him for a loss of 5. Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. Escaping the pressure right. It is caught right at the 10-yard line. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A gain of 32 that time. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change.
Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. To throw on second down is gone. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Goff. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Stephon Tuitt, the former Notre Dame man. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks are going to bring up a 4th down. On is the punter Hecker as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 23. Slipped right by him. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. 1:59 to go in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. On second down, here's Roethlisberger. And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Dante Fowler in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation.
Hey. 66.
Now Roethlisberger to throw. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 7 yards on the play, and it'll make it second down.
Snickers, you gotta spin.
Now Roethlisberger. Five yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a first down.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Flush to his right. Gonna throw deep for the end zone. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect. They're going for a receiver there. Already has one touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Show that bench release and go. Eight.
Second and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Roethlisberger now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away but could not. Aaron Donald able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of a yard. On second down, Roethlisberger. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left. Nikel Roby-Coleman there defensively. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Snickers.
Here's Roethlisberger. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. It was the free safety, LaMarcus Joyner, that time, able to make the play. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. Oh, this ball hangs out to the right. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Value three.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top, as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? And the Rams getting set to go now. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. On first down, it's gone. Forced out to his left. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. Well, you got a young quarterback. Maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun on third down. Goff dumps it off to Gurley. It'll be a gain of 16 and give him a first down as well.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Goff on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Out of the gun, Goff. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at the 45. After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now it's Roethlisberger. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
On the left side, it's McDonald. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant. Now Roethlisberger on first down. He's going to fire one deep. Man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's taken down all the way inside the LA 10. That one goes for 36 yards. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
He'll get it up the middle. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great effort there. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And it's now 21-0. Boswell on now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with it.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, L.A. A big play there. 76 yards. And the Rams are able to cut into this lead. Zerline good with a PAT. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Zerline out now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That they're come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Buying time to his left. And down he'll go at the 25.
Here we go.
He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On the stop was Aaron Donald. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. On third down, that's Connor, and he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance, but in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Roethlisberger stepping up. He's going to keep it, and he'll get it down here to the 43. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. On 3rd and 1, it's Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Back now in Pittsburgh. It's Steeler football, and they have the lead as well as we begin quarter number 4. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Quarter. Snickers, you got to spin.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. Roethlisberger now to throw on 3rd down. And he's got Rodgers. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Throw left side complete. It's McDonald. A great job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's 4th and goal.
I don't care what the analytics say. Look at where they are on the field. To me, that just screams go for it here. I don't even think about putting a kicker out there. What say you?
I support whatever they do. Let's find out.
Look at you, man of the people.
So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. Now a play fake here on first down. Escaping the pressure right. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Goff finding Cooks on a big play. 41 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
On first and 10, Goff steps away to his left. He's going to air it out deep for Woods. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Robert Woods, former USC man, the intended target. And it's second down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on second and 10. On second and 10, Goff. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Now it's Zerline to try to ram field goal. From the left hash, this from 46. And the accuracy lacking there for Zerline. It's off to the right, no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a first and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a second and 3.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. Being chased out left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. And the Steelers on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Now Roethlisberger going to hand to Bell. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Here's Jordan Berry now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them and able to get a little more breathing room out to the 5-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll bring up second down. A shotgun snap for Goff. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. They go play action here on first down. He'll buy some time right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Hey, lift!
From the gun, here's Goff. Eluding the pressure right. Right side complete. That's Woods. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. They should have got more out of that, though. He was wide open.
I love how emphatic you are with that call because that's exactly what I was thinking. Wide open in the flat. Give him a ball that he can use to get upfield with, not just catch and go over the sideline. They cost themselves some yardage there.
Third and long. It's gone. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And good field position coming up here. The football at the 12-yard line. Roethlisberger going to throw it. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. They'll give him 8 on the play, and it'll be a second down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And the Steelers on third down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. They had a great read there from his free safety position. And, Charles, you know with those guys, it's all about their eyes. They have to be laser focused.
Yeah, I had to fake my way through it when I was playing, but now I can see exactly what they're doing. And on that play, he obviously had no presence to feel like he's being pushed for a pass. And without that, that allowed him to get up to the line of scrimmage and hold him to no gain.
DC!
One last throw here for Goff. Oh, he's got a little daylight. It's caught left side by Cooks. Brandon Cooks. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win them the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. And, Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal, win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind if people are at your house when you get home after a win like that.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Steelers are winners as we say so long from Heinz Field.
no introduction really necessary. Get the message like a secretary. Boy, I'm legendary. When I'm dead and buried, still be kicking flavor in the cemetery. Trap music originator. Fresh off of my hiatus. Yelling you to all my haters. They skywalk, I'm Darth Vader. Promise I don't give a about them. Let them out to anywhere till a million ain't out. Yep, like and the can't go enter. New Cadillac with an all-go hammer. Long as I remember out of Atlanta. I can give a about a dog. Cause I'm used to getting things from a text. Mike Brown get down with a on me and a half a let me buy Sandra Bland. Listen, boy, you're challenging with the running man. I was challenging with a hand. What you see before you what they told you from nothing, man. Grand hustle over everything. And hit the king like an 18-wheeler in and out of air lane. Never been a part of the in crowd. Got a problem with me? I said, y'all got the same friend that I came in with, ducking all that lane. Hey, everyone knows on go. I rolled in a 4x4. Believe if I kept gon' go see me with ain't gon' see them no more. They love when I talk that. Roll by the car lot when bought it. Call case at the case and a phone. They will watch you give a that. I live today rapping back, catching them back what they capping back. Ain't roll mom, but we know it did. We cashing out, we bagging that. Stacking up, there's zero. Certified neighborhood hero. You can try one of them. Better not try with me though. Hey.
Bring it in. Roll it down by 2. We're gonna go out here, run this play for the win. Let's go get it. I formation, 28 sweeps, blue 14. Watch left.
We to the man, Atlanta hat cop to the left, turn to the back. Try to see we weren't having that. Send with your ad, drop it out with Alabama ad. That would get for trying to battle rap. Head, be one and done. No drive, but we running.
The NFL on EA Sports is in the Steel City at Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, PA. They love the black and gold here in the Steel City, and a few moments ago, their Steelers emerged from the Heinz Field tunnel. They're set, we're set, as the Steelers are ready to do battle with the Kansas City Chiefs. Here's the kicker, Harrison Butker, ready to get this one started. And with towels waving, we're underway from Heinz Field. Switzer now to return. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Play action. Now Roethlisberger. Flush to his right. And incomplete to open things up. Vance McDonald, the tight end, was the target. And that'll bring up second down.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that that fell harmlessly to the ground. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Roethlisberger hooking up with Brown to get the Steelers a first.
There's no doubt about it. That's just one of the best connections in the league. Big Ben throwing it to Antonio Brown, and Antonio Brown has turned himself into such a player. A low-round draft.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. They go play action with Roethlisberger. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down. So they're on that play. Offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And he checks this one down to Williams. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Mahomes to throw on second down. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down. They'll run it for the first time with Williams. And he'll have the first down as he's up to about the 18. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Here's Mahomes now on the option right. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
Now Mahomes throwing on second down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is caught at the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 77 yards. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. Well, sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long,
Backyard.
man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
Smith-Schuster now to return. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Steelers' offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Over the middle here to Brown. Antonio Brown, kiss him goodbye. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Antonio Brown, 75 yards. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. Boswell good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Big mistake here by the kicker, kicking it out of bounds.
The one that drives coaches crazy. Keep it in the field of play and let your guys cover.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 40. Ware takes the give from Mahomes. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That run right there was an offensive line coach's dream, wasn't it? Guys picked up all of their assignments, created a nice gap for the running back to get through, pick up 7 yards. Yeah, he's probably chortling on the headset right now saying, we got it going, boys. Let's keep it going.
Black 58, Rail! Black 58!
On 2nd down, here's Mahomes sliding out of the pocket. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3.
Ace! Ace! Z!
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And down right around the 37. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Ace! Ace! Green 90! Green 90! Slow!
On 1st down, Mahomes. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. A first trip to the red zone for KC. 1st and 10 right at the 20.
Black 58, Rail! Black 58!
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and goal.
Black 58, Rail! Black 58!
He'll get it up the middle. Williams loses the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that's scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Black 80! Quarter! Let's go!
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Flushed out right. And he slings one that's incomplete. Eli Rogers, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already has thrown 1 interception. Almost threw a 2nd one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. I don't know. He had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
The mental focus on the whole
that's
thing.
true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. Roethlisberger will stay out there. And they're going to go for it on 4th. They'll indeed go for it with Roethlisberger. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find the spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On the ground, this is Ware. And they'll get him down right around the 16. There to stop him, Terrell Edmonds. And the Steelers signal for another timeout. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. They'll run it now out of the gun. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. There's still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. And Butker able to put this one through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they recovered the fumble, but ultimately could not take advantage of the short field.
Definitely a lost opportunity right there. I mean, they were in prime position to put 6 on the board. Ended up settling for 3.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And the Chiefs are going to get him. D. Ford in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Brown. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. That one goes for 24 yards. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Dancing to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect. Well, he's been the guy. Already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
Over the middle, complete. That's Brown. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Now Roethlisberger on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Over the middle, it's caught by Rodgers. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. 1st down now, but that clock rolling.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Allen Bailey able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of a yard. Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Antonio Brown with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Steelers are able to strike for 6. And through by Boswell. And the lead is now 14-10. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And he's going to drop this off to Williams, complete. And he'll go down at the 28. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a second down. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. He made his first attempt, this from 45. And the kick by Butker is good. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number. Number 3. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught by Hill for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chiefs are in for 6.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His 2nd touchdown of the game, and they lead.
And now they'll be looking to their defense to preserve that lead. Butker now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. It was Reggie Ragland who got him down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down. On 3rd and 1, it's Roethlisberger. Escaping the pressure right. And he's got Rodgers. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Roethlisberger finding Rodgers, and the Steelers convert on 3rd down. On first down, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to flip it out here to his running back. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it's a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
3rd and 2, now Roethlisberger. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Reggie Ragland coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. They're going on 4th down. It's Roethlisberger. Forced out to his left. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
They run again with Ware. Ware gets hit, and the ball is loose. And it looks like Steeler football. It is. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Jack 16. Kings. Big. Snickers, you got to spin. Kings.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Roethlisberger. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
So the kick from here on a field goal would have been right at 53 yards, but instead, offense out there. They're going for it. Here's Roethlisberger. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. They've been burned twice already on 4th down, but the 3rd time's the charm as they keep the drive moving. They go play action here on 1st down. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Vance McDonald, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers are an extra point away from taking the lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and that will put them on top here in the 3rd. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
They're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. And going deep for Hill. That's caught inside the 20. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. Mahomes finding Hill for a big play. 72 yards. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. They run it here. Where? Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful.
And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Patrick Mahomes taking it in. And the Chiefs have taken the lead here in the 4th.
Partner, that was simply an example of getting low, wasn't it?
It was indeed. And for the quarterbacks, so they get low the line. They did their job. Is the quarterback's job just to find a crease and dive?
Find a crease and just get in there. Ordinarily, you start low yourself, get low behind that offensive line. But sometimes they do such a great job, you can almost fall forward and find the crease for a touchdown.
Smith-Schuster now to return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They go play action with Roethlisberger. This one complete, right side to McDonald. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll make it a second down. Ben to throw again. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Roethlisberger will throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42.
My, oh, my, they've had some success bringing him off the edge. How about the gambling man who's the defensive coordinator? He's not just bringing pressure. He's bringing a corner to go after the quarterback.
And it's worked twice now, twice like a charm.
And not only has that worked like a charm, he's been awfully disruptive in his usual role covering receivers. Now he's rushing the passer as well.
And that is caught. He's got his running back downfield. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Fourth down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drag. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. In for the score. And the Steelers have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come. Now Roethlisberger. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
Well, that decision to me was all about pulling up the chart. You know, that beautiful chart that tells you when to go for 2, when to go for 1. I do love it. It helps you with your decision-making during heated times. And just look at it right here in this point of the game. Go for 2. Try and make it a field goal difference.
But now just up 1 makes the rest of this fourth quarter a little more interesting.
Yeah, they followed the chart. They just didn't get the 2 points on the board, did they?
Nope. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll run now with Ware. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Right back to him on first down. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
Back to throw. They'll roll him out right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Here we go now. Green, 90. Green, 90. Slow.
They'll look to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. 4th down now, and defensively, Charles, you know, they're just asking this crew for 1 more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, overexcited, and blow an assignment and give up the big first down.
Now Mahomes got to have this one. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They're up by 1. They have the football. The key here, just don't do anything silly, right, Charles?
That's exactly right. You know, all the admonitions as they ran out there. Take care of the ball. Secure everything. Be tight in everything that you do.
And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. So the first play of the drive, they strike through the air and score.
A lot of coaches like change of possession as a time to go ahead and strike. And that's what we saw there. Ball turned over. First play, right to the end zone.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. He's at the 30, the 20, 10, and he's into the end zone. No flags. It's a touchdown, and now a 2-point conversion, and we'll be tied here in the final minute.
Do they have one big call left? Here we go.
So now a big spot here as the Chiefs will indeed go for 2. Back to throw. Flush to his right. And he's going to get into the end zone. The 2-point conversion successful. And we've got ourselves a tie football game. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. Switzer now to return. And a good effort on a return there to the 33-yard line. And now out come the Steelers. They need to get this around the 40 to have a chance to win it in regulation. From the 40, it's a 57-yard field goal, so that gives you a gauge.
And all they're trying to do now is pick up yardage in good chunks and get out of bounds to stop the clock. If they end up running a play and get tackled in bounds, they're worried the clock may run out on them and finish the game.
And they'll have to be careful how they handle this. Now it's Roethlisberger. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game.
Show that bench release and go. Jack 16. Hey.
Throwing now is Roethlisberger. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. The linebacker, Anthony Hitchens, there on the stop.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. And whistle blown, a timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on fourth down. They'll try and throw for it with Roethlisberger. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the fourth quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. He's going to air one out. And did he catch it? He did. A touchdown. One of the most improbable finishes in recent history. They've won it on the final throw. Well, it was too long to risk a field goal, so they said we got to throw it up there, hope something good happens, and I think that's the definition of something good happening.
Not just good.
Amazing.
In their estimation, great, amazing, stupendous. I mean, exhilarating. How about them running off the field with a victory where it looked like they were possibly headed towards overtime?
Oh, yeah, it looked like definite overtime, and everybody just holding their breath as that ball hung in the air, and then jubilation. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
Money back. Money back. Money back. Make it like a money back. Money back. God, I do the Maybach on Monday, Ferrari Friday. This is sweet Saturday, that's just what Friday.